Our reporter Nasiphi Same joins us now with the latest. I was looking earlier, at all the visuals we've been playing, and earlier where you were, where residents, Nasiphi, were carrying shovels and things, trying to, protect their homes. And I don't know, I can't put myself in their place. Just when they thought the worst was over, hardly, a week later, they are back where it all started, and it would seem that it's even worse this time around.
Before we go into that, I'll ask my colleague to show you those residents that are starting with those mop-up operations again, trying to get the water out of their homes. That noise you're hearing in the background is the truck from the municipality. We heard from Mart Marie from the Swartland local municipality saying that mop-up operations will resume following over a week of mop-up operations, and to a point where they thought that it was safe for residents to come back. But I'm joined by a resident that is going to be able to paint a clearer picture for us so far as this past week, the communication they've received from the municipality, and also the visit from the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Ms. Phemima Jodina, who was here to visit and also engage the municipality. However, in your intro, you were indicating that the municipality is indeed distancing themselves from the incident that has transpired today. They said in a statement released just after 1 o'clock that the department's specialists are on site, however, decided to further lower the dam levels via a new dug slipway. However, an unnecessary trigger and the unexpected fast release of water resulting in the coming down of the river once again following a path that was carved recently. And the department is saying, asking those very tough questions now, the municipality indicating that questions should be fielded to the National Department of Water and Sanitation, as they are now, or rather were the ones working at the dam, reducing those dam levels. And as you put it, the municipality indicates that they had initially requested to start working on the dams come summertime. However, to talk to us more about, what happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon, you were telling us that the municipality had indicated that it was safe to officially go home after a week of having abandoned your homes.
Okay, yes, so we were, the residents that was heavily affected were stationed at the POP Centrum, and 2 days ago we received a notification from the Swartland Municipality that it is safe for the residents to move up to their houses that was also affected. And 2 days later, the water struck again. So now we're sitting back to square one again.
Talk to us about when the water started coming down once again this afternoon. What were you thinking? What did you hear?
For me personally, it was trauma that came up again, and everyone that was affected were down again. It was everyone that was outside their houses just went to the waters. The first flood happened during the night, so this one was during the day, and everyone saw what we went through as residents during the other night when we were in this flood. So obviously everyone ran and everyone was outside, and everyone just came to the point where the water was, and we were just standing there. We couldn't do anything. We only could see how the water just go through the houses once again. So we just stood there.
Earlier on, we were speaking to Elsie Solomons further down, who has not been affected. However, she fears the rising levels of water could affect her, quite anxious. But if you could just describe the water to us, what did you see? What did you hear? To just paint a picture to our viewers.
Okay, so this time around, the water was much more than the first time of the flood. This water was more calm than the first flood, because the first flood, I believe, the water found their way through. It just came through the same roads that it came down. So this flood was much more calm than the other one, and Unfortunately, it took some of the residents' houses for a second time, and then there was also other residents that was lucky this time that the flood didn't affect their houses as well. So yes, unfortunately, there was people that was struck twice by this flood.
So we'll go back now to authorities and officials. We saw the Minister of Water and Sanitation visiting, a number of MECs as well visiting this community. What are you hearing from the municipality and also the other government departments and spheres with the answers that this community has had for over a week now?
At this point, none of these officials have given any clear instructions to us or onto what is going to happen to us. What is the way forward for us? Nobody has given us any clear instructions on what will happen. The ones that is affected by this, they are only sitting there, they're waiting on answers. We are waiting for everyone to come and tell us that this is the way forward, but nobody is coming to give us any clear instructions on what is the way forward.
About a week ago, we were informed that the flood had actually, disrupted water supply, portable water supply, including electricity. Has the water been? Do you now have water in your taps, and also the electricity? Are you having access to electricity?
Okay, some of the houses after this week have been given electricity back, yes. So, but not the ones that was much heavily affected. So some of the houses, yes, they did get electricity, but the water was still a problem for us. Municipalities trucks came and filled the people's water with the buckets and the cans that they have, but that was about it. You can only take so much water, and then only use for bath and for your stuff around the house. But it was only limited for us, the water supplies.
We're looking at the destruction caused once again, and you were saying that you thought that now you're going back to rebuild, and you find yourselves here again. Talk to us about the emotions that you're feeling.
Okay, yes, so just as we were about to pick up the pieces and go on with our lives, we were starting to rebuild what was lost. Then this came around again in another, like I said earlier, it was this trauma that came back, and a lot of us that was affected, a lot of us cried again, and a lot of us, it is like the flood is coming down to us. Although we were not affected this time around, we were, that was in the flood, it was like it's the same thing that is happening again, and so quick after the first one. It's we didn't expect it. Like I say, we didn't expect that it would come this soon again.
If you could speak to authorities now, I mean, we know that you have questions, but what would you say to them? What is that one burning question that you want government to answer?
I would just want to know if they are going to come to maybe give our lives back like it was before, if they are going to rebuild our structures that we had, if we can maybe go back to how things was 1 week ago. I just want to know if maybe they can maybe promise us that we can maybe go back to normal in a few months' time, or maybe 6 months, I think, if it's possible.
Do you have any fears? I mean, also looking at the weather and the fact that we are still in the winter period, do you have any fears that you might be struck a third time?
Yeah, obviously, it's like the first time there was sayings that there was another dam that could come down, but now we heard that the last dam it came down. So I don't think there's another dam that's coming down. So obviously we are a bit more calm down now, but we are also, all of us are scared, and all of us this is trauma. And all of us, we are scared, obviously, yes, and we just don't want this to never happen to us again. That is all we want.
And then moving forward now, where you're going to be sleeping, I mean, we are seeing a number of residents still working. The municipality is also working behind you guys. Where to from here?
So the people that was heavily affected is staying at the pop center and the love church in the area. But people is sleeping in big groups, and it's very uncomfortable for the people to sleep in groups because this is not what we are used to. we are all used to being in the comfort of our own houses, and the people is getting agitated with one another because this is not what they are used to, and unfortunately for them, this is how they are supposed to be sleeping for weeks to come.
Well, we're speaking to the municipality not too long ago, Swartland local municipality. They said that, or rather they were putting the blame now on national government. What do you think about this whole blame game situation, taking into account that residents are actually feeling the brunt of the flooding?
So at this point, nobody wants to take accountability for anything. Nobody wants to say, but I will own up to this. Nobody is saying that I'm gonna be kept accountable for this. So at this moment, we can't just go to the city of Cape Town. We can't just go to Swartland Municipality and point fingers at them and tell them that this is your fault or anything, because not even us that was affected by this don't even know who the dams belongs to. Everyone is sifting it around that it belongs to the city or to Swartland Municipality, and then also they say that it's also private owners. So there's actually three things that is going around that they say that dams belongs to. So which one do we choose now? So we can't just pick up, we can't just point fingers and tell them that we're going straight to the municipality, we're going straight to city or the private owners.
Do we know anything about this dam? I mean, previously I've spoken to some residents. They said they'd raised a number of flags pertaining these 3 dams, or 4 dams rather.
To me personally, I've never seen these dams before in my life. But I have a few of my colleagues, few weeks before this happened, they went to that dam and they said they have this fear that the dams might collapse. So they informed the municipality about this, and they had meetings, I heard, about this, and they were informed about this. So yeah, it was just a matter of time before the dams collapsed, and it did.
And you feel this could have been avoided, perhaps?
I truly believe that this could have been avoided because like I said, there was meetings and there was people that warned them about this. So I truly believe if someone would have just take accountability for this and take action, this would never have happened to Riverlands.
Have you been able to take stock now on the damage caused by the initial flooding, how much you've actually lost and how much would take to start rebuilding your life again?
There's people that lost everything, including their houses and their furniture that was in the houses. I am one of the lucky ones that could have. I'm one of the lucky ones that could have took my stuff out of the house. So yeah, there was people that lost more than I did. I could have. I took my clothes out. There was like electronics and stuff that was lost, but that is stuff that we can buy again. So like I said, there's people that lost way more than what others did.
Thank you so much. A resident there from Riverlands. I'll ask my colleague to show you the devastation over there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but it seems to be appliances. Last week when we were here, the railway line that runs through this community was much more visible, but that is the debris that moved. And currently there, we heard from the resident now that it was the same amount of water that made its way from downstream, affecting a number of residents. And she also indicated that just recently the municipality had given them a green light that it was safe to go home and to start cleaning and rebuilding their lives. And in the middle of that, about 1 o'clock this afternoon, she says water came down. The municipality indicating that it was indeed specialists from the department, national department, that were working there, making a slipway. We understand that, however, went about unexpected and unnecessarily triggered the unexpected fast release of water, resulting in the coming down of the river once again, following a path it carved last week. The municipality also indicating that they are quite disappointed following following this. And speaking to the spokesperson of the municipality, she did say that following this particular incident, I suppose it's now time once again for the various spheres of government, the various government departments also, to come together and sit around the table and map a solution forward. And the dams that the residents were speaking of last week, it was confirmed by the West Coast Disaster Centre that the dams fall within the jurisdiction of the city of Cape Town, however, are the responsibility of the Department of Public Works. And Vuyo, if we go back to over a week ago, when the first initial dam breached, affecting scores of residents, the portfolio committee of water and sanitation in Parliament, the chairperson there, Mr. Leon Basson, released a statement not only noting the incident, however, also indicating to the various government departments that perhaps it is time to go back to the drawing board. Audit needs to be done on the number of dams that have been maintained, those that need to be given attention to, both government dams or dams that are owned by government, and also those that are in the hands of private individuals. So we are hoping perhaps that more answers will start streaming in, as residents not only are they now left destitute once again, but also saying that they do require those answers, and how long will it take for them to start rebuilding their lives and return back to normalcy.
The question, I guess, Nasiphi, is why what you've just described is not being done routinely or as frequently as it perhaps should, and whether information that the Department of Water and Sanitation receives is indeed being interrogated.